NASCAR down the road, heart beating while wheels explode. Clouds parting, sunlight showing the way. No more wasting time, today's the day. Dream chaser running, ain't looking back. Got the fire inside, ain't losing track. Hard times fall, but I won't let it be. Chasing dreams, there's no stopping me. Neon lights in the dark, holding tight. Through the storm, breaking dawn's early light. Shadows lurking out too fast, ain't no fears. It's my time now, been chasing all these years. Dream chaser running, ain't looking back. Got the fire inside, ain't losing track. Hard times fall, but I won't let it be. Chasing dreams, there's no stopping me. Mountains high, valleys low, I'm on my own. City lights, country nights I roam. Voices whisper, but I heed my own call. Trees to the sky, I ain't afraid to fall. Twisting stories untold. Feet on the ground, but my heart's paved gold. In this journey, riding through the night, chasing dreams, I won't give up the fight. Dream chaser running, ain't looking back. Got the fire inside, ain't losing track. Hard times fall, but I won't let it be. Chasing dreams, there's no stopping me. Dusty highways, crooked signs, restless nights and neon lights, rolling echoes, engine roars, chasing dreams through every door. Torn up seats in beat up vans, cigarette smoke in calloused hands, faces blend into the night, screaming songs by dashboard light. Play it loud and make it burn, city lights at every turn, living fast and feeling free, on the road where we can be. Jukebox heroes in the dark, leaving notes in empty parks, broken strings and rising tides, finding truth on this wild ride. Silent towns and open skies, tired eyes and hopeful eyes, every mile a story told. Life's a highway rough and bold. Cracked mirrors, reflections fade, lonely nights in masquerade, burning rubber, how it feels, dreams and scars through spinning wheels. Play it loud and make it burn, city lights at every turn, living fast and feeling free, on the road where we can be. Play it loud and make it burn, city lights at every turn, living fast and feeling free, on the road where we can be. Play it loud and make it burn, city lights at every turn, living fast notes in empty parts, broken strings and rising tides, finding truth on this wild ride. Jukebox heroes in the dark, leaving notes in empty parks, broken strings and rising tides, finding truth on this wild ride. Empty pockets walking these streets, broken glass, dreams of gold trapped inside this mind mash. Looking up at skyscrapers, bubble so high, wishing up on stars in the midnight sky. Work my fingers down to the bone for a dime, life's clock ticking louder, running out of time. Every night the same old whiskey and cheap beer, luxury just feels so damn far from here. Wanna be rich, rolling in that big cash flow, walking on marble floors where the money grows. Fancy cars and clothes, champagne toast, live the high life more than just a ghost. Sweat dress shirts and a boss without a soul, paycheck to paycheck, never reaching my goal. Seeing red in a ledger that bleeds out pain, chasing a dream, drowning in the Monday. Black ties, limousine shining bright lights, parties where day blends into wild nights. Flashing signs, neon glow, success defined, chasing riches, leaving the poor behind. Wanna be rich, rolling in that big cash flow, walking on marble floors where money grows. Fancy cars and clothes, champagne toast, live the high life more than just a ghost. Wanna be rich, rolling in that big cash flow, walking on marble floors where money grows. Fancy cars and clothes, champagne toast, live the high life more than just a ghost. Breaking free from yesterday, screaming loud, we find our way. Dreams ignite like wild flames, nothing ever stays the same. Whoa, 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 nothing ever stays the same. Living fast in the moment now, fear and doubt will not allow. Running quick, out of sight, reaching for the starry night. We're chasing the sky, we'll never ask why. Hearts wide open, we'll never be broken. Jumping high, no parachutes, no more ties, we cut the roots. Embrace the chaos in our mind, glory we always will find. Nothing ever stays the same. Every fall makes us strong, echoes of a battle song. Together we stand tall, breaking down every wall. We're chasing the sky, we'll never ask why. Hearts wide open, we'll never be broken. Nothing ever stays the same. we fall makes us strong. Echoes of a battle song. Together we stand tall, breaking down every wall. We're chasing the sky, we'll never ask why. Hearts wide open, we'll never be broken. Nothing ever stays the same.
Eyes like fire burning through the night. Leather jacket, hair wild, no end in sight. Walking through the city like a neon light. Electric Aphrodite, she tells no lies. Boots hit the pavement like a thunder roll. Moves to the music like she's on a soul patrol. Every step a heartbeat, out of control. She's the gasoline to my rock and roll. Boots hit the pavement like a thunder roll. Moves to the music like she's on a soul patrol. Every step a heartbeat, out of control. She's the gasoline to my rock and roll. Sexy girl, electric girl, blowing my mind. Dancing through the chaos, leaving no one behind. Sexy girl, electric girl, making my heart blind. In the neon shadows where the stars align. Lips like velvet got me hypnotized. Dangerous curves under these starry skies. She's a wild hurricane taking no compromise. Her touch like lightning chasing all the highs. She's my addiction that I can't resist. A shadow in the moonlight, a ghostly kiss. With every whisper I'm falling into the abyss. She's the line between madness and endless bliss. Sexy girl, electric girl, blowing my mind. Dancing through the chaos, leaving no one behind. Sexy girl, electric girl, making my heart blind. In the neon shadows where the stars align. She's my addiction that I can't resist. A shadow in the moonlight, a ghostly kiss. With every whisper I'm falling into the abyss. She's the line between madness and endless bliss. Sexy girl, electric girl, blowing my mind. Dancing through the chaos, leaving no one behind. Sexy girl, electric girl, making my heart blind. In the neon shadows where the stars align. Where the stars align. Where the stars align.
Come on down to Grocery Mart. Prices high straight from the start. Grab a cart, let's take a ride. Empty wallet, pockets wide. Milk and eggs, they cost a ton. Getting deals here is no fun. High price tags all around, yet our quality's renowned.
Come on down to Grocery Mart. We don't make the prices. We just think 'em up and write 'em down.
Pay a lot for fruits and bread. Watch your budget turn to dread. Highest prices near and far, only found at Grocery Mart.
101 on the dial and with the knob off, crank it up all the way. 101 K-Rock, K-O-C-K-F-M, Elm Creek. Dusty trails never ending, boots worn thin, heat of the sun like a blade, whispers of shadow. Night falls on too quick, moon stare piercing cold. Stars mock in the weary soul, a heart grown heavy. Miles to go, judgment. Wind cuts like sin. Old guitar groans in sorrow, strumming pain within. Lonely howl of the wolf, mountains loom like fear. Roads stretch long and cruel, no solace here. Ghosts of love abandoned, memories like chains. Onward through the wasteland, hope slowly wanes. Miles to go, baby, trudging on this broken path. Never seem to reach the end, echoes of the past. Thunder rolls like judgment, wind cuts like sin. Oh, guitar groans in sorrow, strumming pain within. Going thin. Lonely howl of the wolf, mountains loom like fear. Roads stretch long and cruel, no solace here. Ghosts of love abandoned, memories like chains. Onward through the wasteland, hope slowly wanes. Hope slowly wanes. Hope slowly wanes. Dust of the miles on my shoulders heavy. Eyes on the horizon, blurred but ready. Heartbeat sync with the engine's roar. Feel like I'm new but the same as before. Cracks in the road like lines in my face. Long journey taught me patience and grace. Every detour a lesson or two. Came back home with a different view. Back on the road, feel the fire ignite. Gone through the dark, found a little light. Hear the stare with a heart so bright. Back from the shadows into the fight.
You go shush for a moment. Alright, so here I am. Alright, hold on a minute. Alright. Sorry it took me so long, but hi, how's everybody doing? I am Mississippi Gonzo Grunge, aka Breadcorn. I do apologize. Where in God's green did I put my remote? Oh, my remote. Where did I put my PS4 controller for this PS2 that I got? So, how's everybody doing? I am Mississippi Gonzo Grunge, aka Breadcorn. We're going to be doing a little bit of NASCAR Dirt to Daytona, keeping it real tonight. Because I'm a little bit PO'd at the moment. You know, such as it is. I'm a little bit PO'd at the moment. Not because I started late, but because, one, I had to clear up my YouTube search history. Because I still want to know how in God's green earth, like, how in God's green earth was I getting recommended political carp-eating nonsense? And, you know, jackasses who believe that they're superior to everybody. It's like, I'm sorry, but I don't get down with that stupidity. So, yeah. Last time I streamed this, yeah. It crashed right as I got to here. So where's this one? Texas Motor Speedway. All right, we'll do a little bit of truck racing to start it off. But yeah, I'm a little bit PO'd at the moment. I've been PO'd since Sunday. I've been arguing with my internet, which hopefully this works. And I am also using a new encoder. I hope to God this does not pixelate everything. But I'm about to find out here in a moment, because I want to see how it looks on my phone. Turn it back this way, you crackhead. Alright, looks fine to me. I guess we'll kick it off. I gotta readjust all the... Actually, if I remember correctly, I know exactly how I set this up. Because all I did was drop this down so it'd have a little bit more... oof. A little bit more grip. That's really the first thing I do in this game, is just go straight for the tires. Adjust that, we'll play with everything else next. We'll make adjustments as we go. I'm going to leave that the same. Alright, let's kick this mug off. But yeah, I'm slightly PO'd at the moment. I've been PO'd since Sunday night. And since some people are probably watching this lurking are going, oh my god, the native is angry. Yes, the native isn't.
Carlo.
Alright, jackass, we're gonna be playing tonight.
All clear. Carlo.
This is a practice round, but if you do mess with me, I will put you into the wall. I'll put you into the wall like Dale does Jeff Gordon.
All clear.
If I can remember how to set this up, just like go ahead and pop it. If I can get the car out of third, if I can get this truck out of third gear, I'll be booking.
Slow down.
Of course, we might back off a third gear, so that way we'll go ahead and shift into fourth. Excuse me. Why is the oil burning? Why is it running hot? Okay, readjust everything. Let's not be stupid tonight. You know what, in fact, I'm going to be completely drive like a jackass. So I don't know who's watching and who's not. I'm going to drop you back down to there. Alright, let's try this setup and see if it works. Of course, I'm trying to think NASCAR 25, because I know there's quite a few people that want me to do that. But yeah, I had some fruits and a protein bar, which, you know, I probably should have ate a little bit more today, but I just didn't feel like it. I did not have the energy. I just did not have the energy for it.
Still there. Clear high.
Yeah, it's just a question of getting this fucking thing out of fourth gear. Well, out of third gear, I should say. But yeah, there's certain days I just don't eat that much. So it's like I had some protein cereal. Well, this was earlier today. I had some protein cereal. The Magic Spoon cereal, if you will, because, you know, it's diet friendly for me. Okay then. Maybe we should shuck the gears up a little bit more. That might work, it might not. But still, something's better than nothing.
Still there. All clear.
That final gear we might have to experiment with.
Car low. All clear.
Because, hey, this is actually good.
All clear.
But yeah, as I was saying, there's certain days I just don't eat that much. So at that point, it's just kind of like, whatever.
Car low. Clear low.
Alright. Let's go back and test something out. Test something out be the word. I'm just keeping watch just to make sure this thing ain't acting all finicky. Because, like, yeah, it is shucked up just nice. But I think we're going to keep this final gear down. Let's chuck it down to 3 and see how well it works out. Hadn't seen Eternal yet, wherever the fuck he's at. Usually he's in here making a schizophrenic, paranoid mess out of himself. But that's why we like the guy. That's why we keep him around, because he is entertainment. And Ranger usually lurks in the back corner. Or unless he's eating something.
Clear low.
Of course, I have been watching. I've been joining Ranger for a little bit of watching alongs in his Discord server, because we've been watching King of the Hill and other foolish stuff together. Of course, about the other week back when I first started playing Red Dead Redemption 2,
All clear.
we were watching Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Silly comedy from the 90s featuring Sylvester Stallone. Very silly, very top rate.
Still there.
Oh, here we go. Somebody done wrecked.
There's a spin in turn 1.
Tell me something that ain't new. I would suggest go back and re-pop that other gear back.
Still there. All clear.
Alright, now I'll get Texas Motor Speedway underway. And by the way, if you're just now joining in, hey, please do hit the like button. So that way this mug can get in the algorithms. Like, please, do hit the like button. Alright, I guess we'll just go ahead and have to run it into qualifying, because I've been messing around in this crap long enough. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I don't blow the motor up. Which happens, you know, you blow a motor up, which is guaranteed to happen in this game. Your oil runs hot, and then all of a sudden you burn them head gaskets. Still, couldn't be any worse than all those guys that do all the NHRA drag racing, where they have to replace everything on the motor after they finish running it. Which is really the God's honest truth. It's like as soon as they run it, change out the oil, change out the gaskets, change everything out. I wouldn't mind going to a NHRA event. But what I am not doing is going to another grudge race. Fuck that shit.
Alright, let's do
The last one I went to, they got to popping pistols, and it's like, nope, I want no part of that shit. That was my thing. It's like, I want no part of that shit.
Welcome to Fort Worth and the Texas Motor Speedway.
What's going on back
Featuring
there?
Over 150,000 fans, this motorsports haven represents racing at its finest. Recently repaved, this quad-shaped oval with 24-degree banking has become one of NASCAR's fastest tracks.
Also makes really good tools. I'll talk about tools in a moment.
Going green. There's the green flag. Car high.
That thing bogged. Alright, who did it?
Low.
Let's not have any...
Car
Let's
high.
not play Demolition Derby.
Clear high.
But then again, I like to go on ahead and get my fuel.
Still there. Car high.
That's what I like to
Slow
do.
down.
Yeah, we'll just keep all this as is. But yeah, that last grudge race I went to, I was like, fuck that shit. Because all it takes is these idiots to get to gambling. And then everybody wants to start fighting, and then some idiot usually pulls out a Glock and starts busting shots off. That's what happened. Like, as soon as they started fighting, I started going the opposite direction. I'm like, nope, fuck that. Nope, not me, Jack. And then one of my friends is going to sit there. Somebody that I know is going to sit... somebody I know. He's going to sit there and ask me, well, why did you start going the opposite direction? I said, when these dumbasses get to fighting, I'm going that way. And plus, that some of these dudes have already been drinking. It's like, I'm not about to get my ass smoked because somebody got all uppity that their homeboy lost the race. Plus, that particular night, I did not have my gun on me because if the bullets would have come cracking my direction, I would have been cracking bullets back. But that was back whenever I was still a little bit off my rocker. It's like, oh, you want to bust bullets in my direction. Didn't matter if they were strays. It's like, I'm throwing some back, and I don't miss Luckily, I never had to do that. But that particular night, I decided not to carry my stuff with me because, A, we were in a whole nother state. And the last thing you want to do is to get popping pistols. And then now you got to get out of town quick. Now you got to get out of that state quick because somebody, they're going to say, yeah, that's him. Right there, officer. He did it. He was busting that 357. Excuse me. So that's why I stopped going to him, because these idiots got to fighting, and then when I went to run, and I was already moving at a pretty good trot towards my truck. Yeah, the old long bed Ford that I had, which, by the way, that thing was a piece of shit.
The car head is pitted.
It had the 4.6 liter Triton off in it, which, by the way, when it comes down to Fords and the Triton motors, I'll just say this.
5 laps to go.
The 4.6 is better than the 5.4. And I genuinely say that is because, A, that thing's damn near bulletproof. It's like out of all the Titans it's like out of all the Triton motors they made,
Car head is pitted.
it's like the little 4.6 was stronger and more durable than the 5.4. And I know this because I tried everything under the sun to blow that motor up because I cannot stand that truck, and I didn't buy the truck. It's like I hated that truck. That truck was ass. It rode rough. And no amount of new suspension was going to fix that truck's problem. Which is why I also tend not to like the whole argument of people talking about, oh yeah, but long beds ride better. No, they don't. That's a car myth if I have ever heard so in my life. Plus that truck did not have any cruise control or anything. Which, granted, like the backstory behind that truck was I had another truck prior to it, but it got totaled. Now, mind you, I was just a college student at the time, like just started, like freshman in college. The truck I had broke down, so I had to drive my mom's diesel truck for the time being, which I ended up taking that back one night.
2 to go.
Because it's like, I'm not driving your 6.0 Power Stroke, F250,
All clear.
which, it's leaking diesel. So it didn't. So if you cut that AC on, you were gonna smell like diesel when you hopped
All
out
clear.
of it. So I ended up taking that truck back in the middle of the night. I left it there, and I left a note in it saying, "Keep the damn thing. I don't want it." So it's like, how'd you get to class?
Last lap.
I was riding around on an old Honda Rebel. But yeah, long story short, pretty much the old truck I had, it got totaled. Drunk driver pulled slap out in front of me. I hit the truck,
Clear high.
and we both are spun out in the dip. Oh,
Clear.
goodness gracious. Them two had a nasty
There's
wreck
the
back
spin,
there.
3.
And for once, I actually got the Texas Motor Speedway.
Great job.
So, anyway, long story short, yeah, insurance companies like to play all kinds of fucked up ass games when it comes to, dealing with hit and run incidences, because this asshole drove off. And what type of truck did I ended up colliding with? Well, let's just say the front end of the truck I was driving folded up like an accordion. This he had one of those he had a Dodge Ram from the 90s. So when that one got hit, so basically we're both off in the ditch. His truck got hit. He drove off, which pretty much lets you know how durable some of those trucks from the 90s were. Which is what I wanted to start with, but, given some of the stupid crap I had to deal with, made no sense. So the insurance company didn't really pay that truck off. And my mom's like, oh, just drive my truck. And I said, I'm not driving your goddamn truck down there. And she's like, oh, why not? And I said, because one, your truck leaks diesel. You know, it was a big mess. You know, we're arguing back and forth because at this time, me and my mom didn't get along. So we're arguing back and forth. And then finally, that's when, you know, I got back down to the college I was going to. And I ended up taking some of the college money I had, and I ended up buying this cheap-ass Honda Rebel. So I got one of my cousins to help me drive this other truck back. So pretty much I pulled into their driveway. I pulled into my grandparents' driveway because that's who we lived with at the time. So pretty much that's what we ended up doing. But before we pulled into the driveway, I cut the truck off and we pushed it up the hill. We ended up pushing this truck up the hill both ways until Sunday. Which, by the way, wasn't easy. So I left that truck there that night with the keys and the note that said, keep it. This thing's got enough issues as it is. So, you know, flash forward, you know, after getting kicked out of the dorm, no fault of my own. Which I will say this, the dorm authority was being racist. I think it's because they don't like natives. But I could be wrong. But we're not going to dwell on that. This is a funny story about how I got that raggedy-ass long bed Ford.
Still there. You're all clear.
So pretty much my mom's like, yeah, now this is before I went back down to, to the college. She takes me over to a dealership and says, okay, pick out three trucks in the used section. Which is perfectly fine by me because I ended up seeing a few trucks that I liked. One was like a little small Mazda truck that, you know, had a good set of knobby mud tires on it, you know. Good section of 4x4s that I said, you know what, I'm going to need 4x4 because this is going to make more sense. And, you know, I saw, you know, in the long run. I don't remember what the other truck was, but the third one was like a Dodge Ram. It was like a Dodge Ram 1500, 4x4, 5.7 liter Hemi, which is what I wanted. You know, hey, I'm kind of a classic guy. And, you know, I grew up watching Walker, Texas Ranger, and Twister, so I said, you know what, I want a Dodge Ram because those things are cool. And my mom agreed to it, and she says, okay, if there's any problems, you know, just call me and I'll, you know, if you see anything down where you're at, you know, just call me and I'll come down and look at it. I said, okay, that's fine. Months go by, but before I finish that statement, we ended up, well, pretty much they did have that long bed Ford sitting in the same spot. You know, it was a tradesman model. You know, like, it was one of those fleet models. That's what it was. It was one of those fleet models. So you knew this thing was going to be garbage out the get-go. 12,000 miles, no cruise control, no nothing. The windows, you had to roll, you had to hand crank them. You had to really put some elbow grease into it and start cranking them. Roll them up. Yeah, them old school hand crank windows, which I don't mind. So pretty much, she saw it, she says, oh, this is a nice truck. And something in the back of my mind clicked in and said, hey, she's about to get you that truck and she's about to, you know, play you for an idiot. So that's what happened. So one day she says, oh yeah, I got a truck for you. You know, this was after another incident that popped off. And as soon as I ended up getting back, you know, back to the house to see what this, lack of a better word, what she had gotten. When I saw it, I was like, what in the actual fuck? And then she wanted to play stupid and say, oh, I didn't make that agreement. I said, yes, you did. Which, you know, that's quite convenient. A lot of mothers tend to pull that type of garbage.
plate.
Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, that's not me. Oh, I didn't make such an agreement. And I'm like, whatever helps you sleep at night. So pretty much at this point, I'm pretty much stuck with the truck at this point. And I pretty much... I wanted to whip my mom's ass at this point. I'm keeping that there. Because pretty much, I was a little bit pissed off. You know, lack of a better word.
This is the Michigan International Speedway, home to the
So at that
automobile
point,
industry and
I'm
some
stuck with
great
this truck, and I
competition.
was putting
If
my
you like
foot in
3
it
and
everywhere to
4
blow
wide
the
racing,
motor up.
then Michigan's your track. This 2-mile trioval allows for great action with its
And the
high
first
banks
thing I
and
ended
wide
up doing to that
surface.
truck was cutting the
Located just
muffler
outside
off.
the Motor City, drivers are always hoping to put on a great show for
Because
the
this was
auto
back when I was
industry
still...
here.
Alright, Jeff Gordon's right next to us. He's getting pit maneuvered because why not? So, first thing I did when I got that truck, as soon as I got it down there, you know, I'm getting made fun of over it because the thing is that fucking garbage. You know, that truck was garbage, to say the least.
Carlo.
Like, the truck was so bad that even, like, even one of my, like, my uncle, the crack-headed one, he was like, he looked at my mom dead in the face and said, you know, you're an idiot.
Car high.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Clear low.
There goes Jeff. I saw him wrecking the
All
backfield.
clear.
And I'm about to wreck in the backfield myself if I don't pay
There's a spin
attention
in
to the
turn
road.
3. Slow down.
So yeah, pretty much at that point, I was a little bit PO'd, to say the least. So at that point, the truck and everything, you know, it's garbage. The thing ran rich most of the time. Like, there was no other way of getting around it. Like, that truck ran rich like you would not believe. And I tried everything under the sun to get it not to run rich. But yeah, first thing I did when I got it was that I turned it into a straight pipe. And I'm talking about like a full-blown straight pipe. That meant catalytic converters came off. And you bet your ass I did. I took those catalytic converters over to a junkyard that I knew that wouldn't ask questions. But also, I was also doing borderline illegal shit to outright illegal shit just to get by in college. Because, hey, no thanks to certain policies at the time. No thanks to certain policies at the time, I was in danger of getting my grants cut, so I said I better do something quick to make sure I got some money coming in. So, you know, you tend to do stuff you're not exactly proud of, which, you know, back like, it's like this, so, people ask, oh, could you yourself from now whip your 21-year-old self? In a straight up fight, no. I would shoot the bastard.
5 laps to go.
It's like, hell, I didn't trust that dude either. Well, why didn't you trust him? For good reasons. The dude was Trevor Phillips, minus the meth. And the degeneracy. Plus that, I was also doing a little bit of pro wrestling at the time, too. So that was kind of like the only sense of accomplishments I was ever getting was like, hey, I'm doing this pro wrestling shit, and I'm doing good at it. You know, it's such a shame. Did it really go anywhere to an extent? Not really. You know, I was doing I was doing shows with at least, 5,000 people max. But, sometimes wrestling promoters, they want people they can control. Oh, yeah, do X, Y, and Z, they say jump. You ask how high can I go higher? That's pretty much to describe politics and pro wrestling. And it doesn't matter if it's big time or small time, big or independent. It's kind of the same crap. So you usually got stuff like that. It's usually that sort of nonsense. Did I drive that truck all over the country? Fuck no. I didn't trust that thing to make it out of the state, let alone, you know, do all this other crap. And plus that, my tag team partner, he did have a Crown Vic that he drove everywhere. And he had one of them police Crown Vics, so, yeah, and plus that, we had that as just in case measure we had to run. We had that as a just in case measure.
Go.
So that was our thing. We just had that as a just-in-case measure. In case we needed to split, we had a car that was fast enough to get away. Turns out it was a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor model. Undercover model at that. So that thing has some power behind it. But that's just because I know how to beef those things up to make them, you know, put out, they have the, because here's the thing. The Crown Vics, the Mustangs, they share the exact same motor from that time period, and you know what I'm talking about. For you car guys out there, you know exactly where I'm going with it.
Last lap.
Plus, you know, some, you know, you always got these other car people and, you know, stuff like that. You know, if you know how to beef up a Crown Victoria motor, you pretty much got the Mustang motor. You know, plus extra. Basically, you got a 4-door rocket. Which is what that thing was. That thing was a 4-door rocket. It was because, hey, I worked on it. Because he's like, hey, can you make this thing go faster? And I'm like, shit, watch me. Of course, it was still funny when I came home with that truck and my mom heard it straight piped and she lost her shit. And I did that just to be an asshole. Let's see, where's Jeff at? Up. There goes Jeff. There he goes, off in the grass. Alright, let's see him actually wreck this time. Let's see who wrecks. And there goes Jeff. There he goes. There goes Jeff. Look at him go. Good riddance. Good riddance, Jeff Gordon. Hey, this is actually a better run than what I had. But yeah, pretty much that whole fiasco during my college years was a mess. Of course, I was doing all kinds of other shit, too. Mostly experimenting and shit. But, you know, you really shouldn't be doing that type of stuff. But, yeah, maybe I'll tell pro wrestling stories whenever I get a WWE game. So, needless to say... Now, what's this one? No, we are not racing that. I hate that track. That track is garbage. So, long story short, how I ended up getting rid of the long bed was, eventually I just started driving it normally because I'm like, you know what, this is stupid to hold a fucking grudge. So one day I'm driving it, and it started bucking and jumping, and I'm like, aw, shit. First thing out my mouth was, oh, shit. And plus that, that thing was having enough problems as it was. So, like, I'm driving it. And for some reason, like, it was bucking and jumping. And then the check engine light came on. And then at that point, I felt one of the cylinders go out. Because, like, when you're driving a vehicle, you can actually feel when a cylinder goes, because, like, the whole motor starts rocking, and that's what happened. So pretty much that thing not only burnt an injector, but it threw a ride, and by that point the truck was paid off. And this was back in 2018 before I disappeared. This is back in 2018 before I ended up disappearing. So that truck ended up getting parts, but also at that point, that truck did need a brake job. And at that point, I was kind of, you know, in the middle of trying to get a job. But I was having no look, and I asked my mom to help, and she's like, okay, I'll help. And she wouldn't get off her ass and actually help. Like, the only, like, how I got her to actually get brakes for it was I said, okay, you drive it. She's like, oh, the brakes ain't that bad. Well, when she went to hit the brakes, there was no brakes. There was very little brakes. Them pads was dust. I'm pretty sure that rotor was ass at this point. It was pretty much just gook. It was gobbledygook at this point. Because, like, the whole front end of that truck started shaking, and I'm like, you better get this thing's brakes checked out. And I didn't want to drive the damn thing anymore. To be honest, I did not want to drive the thing anymore because that thing was starting to fall apart. And I'm like, hey, this truck's going to need some massive, you know, repairs done to it. But then at that point, you know, my mom's like, oh God, I got to get brakes for this shit. And I said, yeah, I actually do get brakes for it.
That was a great lap.
Because it's like, well, why didn't you do it? Like I said, I didn't have a job at the time because, A, like normal, whenever I tried to... Because, see, here's the thing. I've had jobs in the past, but right as it got to be the 90-day mark, they would let me go, which is underhanded as fuck. But these companies would cover their tracks so well that, you know, no lawyer was going to fucking take it. And there was one instance where I did end up taking it to court, and that shit drained me. So I'm like, well, damn. You know, granted, the lawyer's fees weren't that much, but, you know, still. I know this is going to be an ass one.
Alright, let's see where we
Yeah, this is going to put me somewhere out in the backfield. Watch it. Well, center of the pack, not half bad.
Weather under the...
So, yeah. That's what happened with that incident. So, pretty much, it's like, you know, I was kind of in the middle of, you know, it was always every 90 days. That's why I never really counted on having a job that long. Because it's like, okay, at the end of your probationary period, you know, 90 days, you can apply for, well, you know, you'll get a pay raise and some benefits, which is what I needed. I needed some medical insurance. So at that point, you know, I needed some medical and some dental because I was starting to have a little bit of issues pop off. So at that point, I'm trying to keep my composure, and, you know, that truck was having enough issues, so that wasn't really helping. But it's also kind of funny because, like, you know, plus that, you know, and I know someone's going to ask, well, aren't you a car mechanic? Yeah, I went through all that trouble to get a trade degree and nobody would touch me with a 10-foot pole, and I'm like, well, damn. You know, I'm starting to see why people are starting to make videos now saying, oh, trade schools are a fucking scam, you know, don't take trade classes. Unfortunately, to get hired at any sort of car dealership to be a mechanic, well, you're going to need certification. Even though I did have the full certification, like ASC, everything, nobody would touch me. So I kind of did feel a little bit jaded that it's like, you mean to tell me I went through all this trouble to get a trade certificate, all while dodging the law? Like I said, I was doing illegal shit. I'm not proud of it. I don't encourage illegalities. But you kind of see where I'm coming from with it. So you can kind of see why I was pissed off to the gills. Because it's like, you mean to tell me I went, and plus that, this is how stupid it's gotten. Well, you have to know somebody. You should have said that while I was in school.
That was a great lap.
Plus that, it's funny, out of all the guys that were in the class with us that we all went and got them trade certificates from a community college, only three of them are working in an actual car dealership, or working in like an actual mechanic shop. Granted, one of them works in the Walmart automotive department. One actually works for a dealership out of Jackson, Mississippi. And the other one, he worked as a car mechanic, and now, and as of this moment, he went to, you know, he's now a car salesman. At that point, I'm like, what?
Last lap.
Everybody else I knew, they went on to do other stuff. That's like one of the guys that, you know, I was cool with, like one of the football players I was actually cool with in the class. He ended up becoming a deputy in Yazoo County. I'm like, damn, this dude ended up being a cop. He went to become a sheriff's deputy in Yazoo, up in Yazoo County, Mississippi. So yeah, that's also hilarious, you know. And plus, there was quite a few other ones, like some of the other ones, they went to work like every other day jobs, and it's like, you mean to tell me we bought into this shit and we ain't getting jobs in an automotive field? I mean, well, what the fuck? Which is pretty much what it was to us. I mean, like honest to God, what the fuck? So, you know, you kind of see where we're a little bit, you know, PO'd about it. Of course, I say this encoder's still working great. It's not ass pixelated, but still something's better than nothing. Gotta make sure to save this shit, just in case. I wonder if this actually works. Hopefully it doesn't. It doesn't mess it up too bad. Or one would hope. Now, it looks clear. I mean, to an extent, it does look clear, even though the quality's kind of garbage. Thank God I saved, just in case this motherfucker decides to crash. So yeah, you can kind of see where I was a little bit ticked off about, you know, going through all that trouble to get that damn certificate and some certifications. Only just to have somebody tell me, well, it's who you know. And it's like, hey, it ain't my fault that some of these old has-beens don't want to, you know, retire yet. And it's like, that's what you get for getting married multiple times. And even then, there was like a few times I'd have to go work with some of these old, you know, plus that, I'm not knocking blue-collar work because, hey, that's what I've mostly done for my whole life. Well, there's some of these old motherfuckers, they just make it insufferable. And it's like dude, go the fuck on somewhere. You know, them days of, you know, the glory days are long gone. You know, please, see your way the fuck on. You know, that's just how I view it. You know, you got a bunch of old has-beens. You know, pretty much sitting around, you know. Pretty much they're trying to haze you at this point because they... You know, I was one of those dudes that I was not going to play ball. That's just how I was. It's like, yeah, I'm not playing ball. I'm not here to, you know... do all this other crap. Because, like, one of the big things to me was, like, the amount of, you know, oh, we're going to play practical jokes, and it's like, yeah, try that shit with me, and somebody's going to get scalped on the spot.
Alright, let's see where we play.
That's just how I was, because it's like, I ain't got time to be playing with this sort of, you know, foolishness. That's just how it was. You know, that's my whole premise behind it. It's like, I ain't got time to be playing with, you know, people on that nonsense and all that. Alright, good. I'll see if I can jump in a few.
Going green.
If I can jump to first place. Heads up. So yeah, pretty much, you know, the world's going to need its blue-collar workers, but there's going to be some of these has-beens. They're going to have to figure it out, like, yeah, the glory days are long gone. You know, this ain't the old days where you can just do willy-nilly and, you know, oh, hey, let's rip the new guy and see what he does, because, you know, that's how, you know, crap pops off. And now you sitting there with a busted mouth wondering what the hell happened. You know, quite frankly, that's why I don't blame some of these new guys walking into it. They're, you know, slapping people's faces down, you know, for, you know, because you trying to make it hard for them. And it's like, hey, they just trying to get a paycheck and go back to the house just like you. They don't have time to, you know, listen to your old, you know, some old war story that you made up. You know, that's just how I view it.
Lap.
That's just how I view it. I was like, yeah, there was a few times I would go work construction jobs. You know, granted, they didn't last long, but still.
Nice work, kid.
And that's just how I viewed it. It's like, I ain't got time to be dealing with that shit. It ain't my problem, Jack. Now, where the hell am I going to sit at in this bag? Watch, I guarantee you I'm probably going to be way in the back. No, I actually am not. I'm going to be right fourth in the inside lane. Alright, I guess we're going to have to start pit maneuvering people. Heads up. That's what we're going to have to start doing, is just pit maneuvering people left and right. Ooh. Sorry, didn't mean to put you out in the race. 15 laps, I just got to hold it. Just hold it and see how well it holds out for. So pretty much, you know, back to the topic at hand. You know, they tried it with me, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not here to play with that. And then finally, I figured out how to really get back at some of them. Because this one guy, he was always talking mad as shit, and I just started making fun of his ex-wife. His second ex-wife. He didn't like it. He got up in his feelings over it, and it's like, yeah, keep trying. I will go straight for the
10
knees.
laps to go.
And there was another one who was kind of his little yes man, buddy. I found out that I found out a little secret about one of his grandkids. You know, granted, he had some grandkids that were, you know, right around the time they were starting to graduate high school. You know, one of them was kind of in their early 20s. You know, at this point, I'm starting to hit my late 20s. I'm in my mid-20s, about to hit the later stages. So one of them, so I ended up finding out his little grandson's secret, and I pretty much said, oh, really? I just walked up to him where it was only me and him could hear it. He was mortified. It's like, yeah, let your buddies find out about this, and they will rip your ass until the cows come home. But some of those dudes, oh, they are brutal. They are brutal with it. I'll have to go back and watch the replay of this just to make sure that nothing's pixelated. But I am getting a new AT&T Air modem, which I really needed one.
5 laps to go.
Yep, there they go. Hold them back, buddies. I know there's a couple of dirt track racing games on Steam. I'm going to have to go look at them because I kind of want to do that. I would also like to do some of those sprint car games from back on the PS2. If any of y'all remember, you know, like the World of Outlaws and all that. Which, funny enough, I did knew a guy that he actually did that type of stuff. But, you know, it's whatever at this point. Yep, here we go. We got a little bit of problems kicking off.
2 to go.
Doesn't really matter. I want to keep going until it's there. Oh, this guy's back. Alright, yep, they're going to be giving us a little bit of static. All I had to do was just get out in front.
Great job.
Woo! Fastest lap. Yeah, I held the laps for all 15 of them, too. All I had to do was just put some of these guys in the back 40. But, you know, still. Hopefully, whenever the new modem comes in, I can see if it might knock out some of the quality. Or, you know, at least bump it up a little bit. Hey, check it out. If you need to see any angel numbers, there you go. You're welcome. Which, when I get back, I will be, I'll be talking about the YouTube algorithm incident. Just so y'all know. So, we're going to go on a little bit of a break. I'm going to turn on some music. So, y'all enjoy the music while I am out and using the bathroom and getting some fresh water and all that jazz. So, check out the music. It's by outcasts. There is a link down in the description. If you want to check out the music, I am using the Rock Station tonight. I want to say he actually is... You know, he's been remastering the old ones. So, yeah, enjoy the music while I'm on break. Just so that way I can go ahead and, you know, type it out. Let's see. Ah, there she goes. Now, let's see where we're at. Ah. All right, let's go ahead and get her moving.
Smoke around my fingertips, ashes falling like my promises. Lies I tell with every drag, breathing in this cold neglect. Midnight whispers lose their grip, flames flicker but won't let slip. Cigarette burns can't erase the twisted truths I can't escape. Light another just to feel, numb the guilt but can't conceal. Smoke and mirrors hide my shame, caught in lies I can't reclaim. Streetlight shadows on my face, silent screams I can't replace. Nicotine and words untrue, wrapped in clouds of black and blue. Every puff a broken vow, truths a stranger can't allow. Fogged up windows block the view of my conscience gasping through. Light another just to feel, numb the guilt but can't conceal. Smoke and mirrors hide my shame, caught in lies I can't reclaim. Light another just to feel, numb the guilt but can't conceal. Smoke and mirrors hide my shame, caught in lies I can't reclaim. Oh, 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 I reclaim. Tick-tock, shadows crawl, sunlight's breathing in the wall. Nightfall's grip won't let go, where did all the minutes go? Hands fit round, no say, close to time they start to play. Drifting through a faded haze, lost inside these numbered days. Time keeps slipping from my grasp, holding on but it won't last. Seconds fall like broken glass, future's burning way too fast. Memories blur, can't grab hold, dreams unravel, truth unfolds. Standing glass just pours away, chasing hours in the fray. Eyes wide open yet so blind, yesterday's a vacant line. Past is gone, can't rewind, searching for what I can't find. Time keeps slipping from my grasp, holding on but it won't last. Seconds fall like broken glass, future's burning way too fast. Memories will can't grab past, holding on but it won't last. Seconds fall like broken glass, future's burning way too fast. Memories blur, can't grab hold, dreams unravel, truth unfolds. Standing glass just pours away, chasing hours in the fray. Eyes wide open yet so blind, Yesterday's a vacant line. Past is gone, can't rewind. Searching for what I can't find. Time keeps slipping from my grasp. Holding on, but it won't last. Seconds fall like broken glass. Future's burning way too fast. Memories looking, grab lost. Holding on, but it won't last. Seconds fall like broken glass. Future's burning way too fast. Tell me preacher, tell me lies. Your lips are moving, truth denies. Behind your mask, your verse, your face. In the dark, your conscience waits. Politician with a smiling face. Behind the curtains, no saving grace. Promise, hope, deliver pain. In your game, we're all the same. Hypocrites in every place. Wear your mask, your sweet disgrace. Behind your words, you're just a fake. In the end, your soul's at stake. Corporation, greed divine. Reach your ethics, bottom line. Sell the dream, buy the lie. As we choke, watch us die. All these saints in broken glass, preaching water, drinking gas. Do they see what they've become? Blindly marching to their drums. Politician with a smiling face. Behind the curtains, no saving grace. Promise, hope, deliver pain. In your game, we're all the same. Hypocrites in every place. Wear your mask, your sweet disgrace. Behind your words, you're just a fake. In the end, your soul's at stake. Hypocrites and greed device. Wear your mask, your sweet disgrace. Behind your words, you're just a fake. In the end, your soul's at stake. Corporation, greed divine. Reach your ethics, bottom line. Sell the dream, buy the lie. As we show,
All right, let's keep it
watch
real.
us die. All these saints.
I'm back. So, yeah, I got to get the music set for when I go on break again or, to end the stream. Whew. So, let's get back to it at hand. I am keeping it real tonight, so if any of y'all get a little bit of, if anything happens, just so you know, I'm a little bit pissed because of YouTube's fucked up ass algorithm. Let's see, Kansas, Daytona. Let's see, I'm gonna have to check the standings. Where am I in the standings? Alright. Alright, so I got... Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do the NASCAR Cup Series. Heading to Daytona. So yeah, I'm a little bit slightly PO'd from over the weekend because I still want to know what YouTube is thinking given what my search history contains. Cars, motorcycles, trucks, vehicle parts, motorcycle parts, guns, VTubers, and spiritual stuff. Now, I want to know what in God's green earth justifies that into sending into somehow flooding my algorithm with these jackasses who sit around and believe that their race is more superior than everybody else's. So basically race supremacy type jackasses.
You're all clear.
And I'm sitting there like, one, what the fuck? Two, I'm not even into that shit, you know, well, you know, given that I'm mixed race, you know, still. So I'm kind of sitting there looking at this shit and I'm like, what the fuck? Because for one, most of those types, they tend to sit around and they scream about my superiority. But they have the biggest victimhood, you know, inferiority complex out there. I'm sorry.
All clear. There's a spin in turn 4.
So at that point, I'm just kind of looking at that shit and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I don't get down with that shit by any means. I think it's fucking cringe. So yeah, I am kind of breaking my own rules tonight talking about this stuff, but you understand where I'm coming from. So I'm kind of sitting there looking at this crap and I'm like, what the fuck? Because, you know, I don't get down with it. You know, I think it's cringe. You know, and plus that, if you are really as supreme as you say you are, why are you feeding into some victimhood inferiority complex? Because if you are as supreme as you say you are, you would be standing tall and be like, yes, I am that supreme. But you're not. That's why I don't buy into it. And plus that, most of that crap's a hustle. That's all it is. It's just a hustle to sell t-shirts and whatever, you know, whatever merch they want to drop. And for the record, I'm talking about both sides of the aisle because, A, I find it fucking cringe. Plus that, I've always found it to be cringe. Well, not half bad. I'll keep this and see how fast it goes. Yeah, I don't really touch the suspension tuning. So at that point, I'm just kind of like looking at this shit. So I finally had just to clear my history, just so I could start over again. Because it's like, I don't want to watch that type of shit. Did I click on any of these videos? To be honest, I kind of did just to see, you know, well, what exactly the type of crap. Because for one, they disguised it. You know, hey, some of these people nowadays are getting real clever about disguising, you know, what they're talking about through clickbait titles. You know, everybody's copying some other jackass off the internet. It's like, oh, hey, let me copy Moist Critical's or Asmongold's YouTube title or whatever, you know, left-wing, right-wing, you know, political jackass are watching at this point. Which is something, because I don't do political content. Now, back in the day I did, whenever I had my own channel, I kind of did touch on it. But it's like, what I believe in politically pisses everybody off. You know, it's like, you both are fucking cringe. All you've done is just made a mess of everything, but you want people to vote for you for what? It's like, I'm sorry, but I don't do any, you know, both sides, you know, to me, both sides are fucking cringe. They both fucking suck. You know, one side wants to, you know, force a bunch of disgusting degeneracy down your throat, and the other side wants to, you know, do God only knows what. But basically, that's where I'm getting at. This is good enough. I'll have to go ahead and start jumping into it. That's how it was. Good old Dale. And of course, keep in mind, these are the same types of people that they sit there and they're talking about their, you know, especially some of the ones that they come out of, you know, I don't know what's more worse when it comes down to political content creators, the ones that come out of the most fucked up meth hollers out there. I would say those are by far the worst. Because it's like this. I don't take either side seriously, but when most of this shit's popping up, it's like, I don't want to see this shit. So pretty much, and plus that, anytime any of that type of crap pops up on my feed, I just automatically do not recommend this creator. I have nothing in common with this person, and plus that, people like that want you dead. Which is funny because when you really, because like, this is the whole thing, especially with how polarized everything's gotten. Like, even then, me and Slade, we made, me, Slade, and Logan, we ended up making the joke about, breathing this day and age can get you called a communist or a fascist. Oh my god, he breathes funny. He's a communist. Hey, he sneezed wrong. He's a fascist. And then at that point, you're like, what the fuck? All I did was sneeze. Or God forbid, if you have a certain accent, then automatically they're trying to peg, they're trying to put you in a box and saying, oh, he must believe in this. Not really. I think you both are fucking cringe. Quite frankly, I think you both should get the fuck out of the country. Free up some space. But I'm not going to touch into any other political topics because, most politics this day and age is nothing but low-tier rage bait. That's what most political content this day and age is. It's all political rage bait. It's low-value rage bait at that.
The one that counts.
So at that point, it's like, well, for one, why would I listen to, whatever bullshit topic you're trying to spew out? I have no interest in it. Of course, I am going to have to start streaming some PS2 stuff here soon. I'll probably be streaming Kingdom Hearts 2 soon. I just hope that the pixelated problem is solved. One would hope.
Alright, let's see where we play.
That's actually a good time. Alright, it puts me right at the top of the pack, right next to Jeff Gordon. He's going to be right behind me. Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you. Fuck you. Come on, Jeff.
Welcome to the Sunshine State and the birthplace
There's
of
Jeff.
NASCAR,
He's right behind me. We're going to let him get right up next. We're going to get right up next to him. We're going to put his ass in the wall. I see you, Jeff.
Going green. There's the green
I'm a little bit mad, Jeff.
Carlo.
Come on, Jeff. I see you.
Car high. You're 3 wide.
Goodbye, Jeff.
Car high. Clear high. There's a wreck in turn 1. Carlo.
I don't know who in this motorcraft car it is, but they can go to somewhere
Clear
else.
high. Clear low.
There's always a big wreck at Daytona. I might as well cause it myself. I'm not going to hit the Pfizer car, which technically that's actually the Viagra car.
You're low on fuel.
You asshole, I'm trying to get over.
Clear low. Slow down.
What an asshole.
5 laps to go.
It's like you see me trying to get fuel, dickhead. See, that's what you get too. Now, why is Dale Jr. all the way back here? Of course, I know Richard Petty's in. But yes, I figured I'd ask how you doing. I was wondering where you were at. I figured you were busy doing something else. Right now, I'm in the middle of Daytona, trying to flatten it. I'm going to try to complete this particular set tonight. Alright, now where's Marlon? I know Marlon's like somewhere out in front. He'll probably be pulling into the pit soon enough. But yeah, oh, also, Ranger, how's the picture looking? Is it pixelated? And if it is, how bad is it? Please tell me how the picture quality is, because I am using a new encoder. You know, please do tell me. I see him, I see him.
Two to go.
Alright, that's all I needed to know. Alright, so it is slightly better than what it was last week.
Last lap.
Which I might check something here in a moment. And the race will be done in 3, 2, 1. There she goes.
Great job.
See? Not bad. Not bad at all. Even though we didn't pit maneuver Jeff Gordon, but you know, still. I want to check something right quick. Yes, please, and thank you. Alright then. Everything should be running smoothly. I mean, it says it's running smoothly on my end. And there she goes. Yeah, YouTube acts weird most of the times anyway. So I know the new encoder does work. But I wonder... Cut that off for a moment, see if that clears anything up. Plus sometimes, you know, noise suppression does make a bit of a mess. So I'm going to see if that does anything to help out. So that means you get to hear my AC in my fan room, because it just makes them like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing. Alright, now let's go race over in North Carolina somewhere. As you get to hear my AC run. Plus that, I would say the AC does add for kind of a more realistic feel. It's like, oh yeah, it's like you're sitting in the room with me. Oh, I remember this. This thing was tight. But what is funny is that a lot of these tracks did come back for Test Drive Eva Destruction, because this game is made by the same people that did, you know, Test Drive Eva Destruction, you know, monster games. I'm going to say that's good enough. This was like one of the ones that I didn't have to do all this nonsense with. Which, by the way, Ranger, please do keep a check on everything for me. course, I might use noise cancellation just to do all the other recording stuff, but just cut it off whenever I stream if that is making the video more clear.
Alright, let's see where we play.
Still trying to pinpoint everything else. Yep, of course I gotta go race in Heat 2.
It's set. The race is going green. There's the green flag. Go. Last lap.
See how well she goes over.
Nice work, kid.
Alright, let's continue forward. Main A. Yeah, I'm starting to see the quality in it be a bit better.
It's set. The race is going green. There's the green flag.
Oh, no, you don't. Shit. What the fuck? Well, I was not expecting that to happen, but I guess we'll be playing catch up.
Ten laps to go. That was a great lap.
Got to climb up the podium yet again. how it wants to start.
5 laps to go.
Oh well. Oh well, who cares? Alright, let's continue forward to see how well she goes. As people will now probably start chiming in. Alright, so at least I know that some of the stuff got cleared up. But I will probably be getting a new modem soon enough. Because the one I got's a little bit outdated. Okay. Nope, let's go back. I don't want to, you know, create any mess. Such as it is. Huh, there it goes again. Yeah, we're not at that point where it's going to start acting weird throughout the whole stream night. Let's go ahead and get July knocked out of the way. So that way when I come back, I'll do August and September for another stream session. This one I don't think I really had to do any upgrades to except adjust the speed. Alright, adjust the speed and she'll be good to go. And a little bit of the tire pressure too. Let's check out the tire PSI. Alright, good enough. And she's off and running, and there she goes, there she goes. Alright, that will do. That will do. be sure to like the stream. Do it for Cletus T. Judd. Vroom, 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 vroom. I love NASCAR. Imagine if Cletus T. Judd actually brought that song back, but he did it with all the modern drivers in it. Of course, I think the funniest one he did is "Please Take the Girl." Such a shame, and I don't think anybody ever really knows what really happened to him. Hope he's doing all right. Now, watch, some of y'all are going to go search up Cletus T. Judd songs and find out what he was singing about. He was basically like country's version of Weird Al Yankovic. He would take popular country songs and make parodies out of them.
Alright, let's see where
Like, one of the first songs I heard by him was Every Light in the House Was Blown, which is the Trace Adkins song Every Light in the House Is On. And which is funny because he actually got Trace to appear on the song.
Hello, I'm Alan Bestwick, and welcome to Loudon, New Hampshire. At a distance of just over a mile, this squared off.
Warming in tires up.
Fantastic finishes.
Alright, let's punch it. 3, 2, 1, punch it.
There's the green flag. To go.
I can catch that guy up front. Two to go, two to go.
Last lap.
It's not good. Dropped a whole lot of speed in that corner.
Great job.
Whew, thank goodness. That's about it. Huh, still has good quality. Alright, that's what I needed to know. As long as the stream keeps up good quality, I'm perfectly fine. Well, let's get back to saving. Of course, the quality's going to drop. Alright, let's keep going. Nassman Truck Series at New Hampshire International. Good Lord, this is going to be both New Hampshire Internationals. Well, guess I'll be adjusting the tires and jumping straight into everything. Want to get this done. We're gonna knock it all out the park. Excuse me. Well, here we go. It's all or nothing. I'm about to get 30. How fast have I gotten on this track? That's right, this one just had to have a tricky rhythm to it. It's like trying not to drop speed in these corners. Alright, that will at least place me in the top 10, I believe. Alright, it does place me in the top. Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff? Where are you, Jeff? Jeff Gordon, where are you hiding in this list? Well, I guess he ain't racing at it. Whatever. Oh well, let's jump right into it yet again.
Hello, I'm Alan Bestwick, and welcome to Loudon, New Hampshire. At a distance of just over a mile, this squared off oval is...
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green flag. Car low. Car
Doesn't really matter because I have my strategy.
Still there. Slow down.
No, I don't want no tires. No tires. All gas, no tires like Lightning McQueen. But when they all pull in, that's when I'll jump out and break them. Oh, that's right. I'm in the truck series. I don't know why I'm looking for Jeff Gordon in this. I forgot. Oh, I'm not in the Cup series yet. Why am I looking for Jeff Gordon driving a truck? Oh, whoa, hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, shit. Controller. Controller. You're not going to believe this, but the controller died. Let's see if I can actually fix this right quick. This type of crap happens. Give it a moment. Well, I guess we'll have to quit. Controller died. Ain't that a bitch? The controller said, fuck it. My controller said, bite the dust. Alright, let's continue forward. Well, that was a bitch. The controller said, fuck it. You see that shit, Ranger? The controller said, I'm going to stop working on you now. And the controller's fully charged. See, that's the only thing about using controller adapters. They tend to, you know, they'll cut themselves off at random. Why am I down in the 15s? Oh, that's right. I had a few bad races earlier. But, yeah, for those of y'all watching, I use a system called 8-Bit Do, or Do, however you say it. But basically, they make a very nice... You know, they make a very nice, type of... You know, it's basically a PlayStation 4 controller adapter, but the 5 also works with it. I want to say the 3 works with it too, but I might have to update it. It's been a while since I've updated it, so I might need to update the actual controller adapter. Make sure everything I have set. Goodness gracious. Silly me. Oh yeah, we're keeping all this shit. You know what? Let's just jump straight into qualifying. All I gotta do... All I gotta do is just punch it. Of course, I might need to cut the camber up. Cut that camber up to 10 and hope it sticks. Because we're not doing this, because we're not playing with the suspension. We got to get it moving. Of course, it dive bombs into the wall, too. My mistake. It dive bombs into the wall.
Alright, let's see where we place.
I want to say this is actually a good time. Let's see where this puts me at. Alright. Let's... Aha, there. I see you, Jeff. I see you being a sneaky. Jeff Gordon is being a stinky poo. I can hear Eternal popping in. I do say Jeff Gordon is a stinky poo. He harasses Pigkind. Eternal, how does he harass Pigkind? Because he eats bacon. And then he would go off on some schizophrenic rant about, you know, God only knows what. You know, I'm just going to cut this up to 10 and deal with it. Click. That's probably why I didn't adjust all the tires and shit.
Hello, I'm Alan Bestwick, and welcome to Loudon, New Hampshire. At a distance of just over a mile, this squared-off oval has seen some fantastic...
And we're back to green flag racing out on the interstate.
Going green. There's the green flag. Car low. Clear high. Car low. Car high. All clear. Car low. Slow down.
I might be doing a little bit of cheaty. But hopefully this will put some distance in between us. Yep, there she goes. They'll probably be taking a pit break right around the 6 lap mark.
That was a great lap.
Trying to see how far we can push it.
Still there.
There's going to be a bunch of these cars pulling into pits.
Still there. All clear. Car low. You're all clear.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Who's that? That's him. That's him. Hello, Jeff. Where you going? Hello, Jeff. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're not Jeff Gordon. I do apologize.
Five laps to go. Car low.
Oh, goodness.
Car low.
They appeared quick. Hold up.
Car low. There's a spin in turn 3. 2 to go. Clear low. Car high. You're all clear. Car low. Clear high. There's a wreck.
All right, Ricky. All right, Rooster. You want to play games? I can play games too.
Car low.
Oh shit! Everybody, look out!
Car low. There's a wreck in turn 3. Last lap. Car high.
Getting a little bit of action going on tonight.
Car high. There's a spin in turn 2. All clear.
Well, I came in second. Still, it's better than nothing.
Top 5.
Harvick came out of nowhere. I mean, goodness gracious. That guy came out of nowhere. Good Lord above. Goodness gracious of light. What you got? Hold that thought. Alright, that should be good enough. We'll make sure to save again because last time I streamed this, the game crashed. Alright, final race and we'll call it a night. We started in Michigan and we will end in Michigan. Hey Ranger, calling me from Michigan. That heifer, she's got 2 nags and I don't know the rest of this song. But that's a heifer with two necks. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me tonight? She's a heifer with two necks. I thought she was wholesome. Turns out she isn't. She talks a lot of crap behind everybody's back. Then she got upset because she heard about the Latino Hello Kitty girls flirting with me. Which is honest to God true about that chick. Actually, we started in Texas Motor Speedway. Now we're in Michigan. Yes! Oh, I think that's probably one of the best times I've had here so far. It is. Look at that. This is by far one of the best laps I've run on this track so far. Let's see. I am going to save the setup. Alright, so we got the Michigan set up. Because now I'm going to see if I can actually try to win the fucking race.
This is the Michigan International Speedway, home to the automobile industry and some great competition. If you like 3 and 4 wide racing, then Michigan's your track. This 2-mile trioval allows for great action with it.
Now we're about to kick it off.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green flag. Car high. Car low.
This heifer.
Clear low.
Oh, I hear my telephone ring. I hear my Discord ring.
All clear. Car low. All clear. Slow down.
Watch me. We about to blow it up. This heifer.
Ten laps to go.
Now we're about to start gapping people left and right.
Still there. Clear high.
Whipping it like a Hellcat.
All clear.
Watch this,
Car
right
high.
through the gap.
Clear high.
Woohoo! Look at that, smooth.
Car low. Clear low.
Super smooth. Climbing the ladder. This is what you call climbing the ladder, which funny enough, I was at the gym earlier today, and I was climbing the Jacob's ladder. That damn near whooped my ass. And what did you do to finish off your cardio for today? I decided to do the rhythm bag, the speed bag for boxing, because I am a martial artist. And I did take a little bit of boxing, so I did learn something from it. And I had that bag rhythm going, had like a drum line beating.
The car headed
Had it sounded like the sonic boom of the South. And that's Jackson State's sonic boom. Now it's just smooth sailing from here on out. Oh, I'm getting way better times. Now that I've got the actual, I remembered to actually save the tune. So I was like, okay, this is going to be the Michigan tune. If they would have let us name it, I would have named it The Heifer with Two Nags.
5 laps to go.
This heifer, don't get mad at me because you blew your chance. But then again, you know, your boy, I've been talking to the Hello Kitty goth girls, but then again, I shouldn't be doing that. And some of y'all are going, you better stop that. You're gonna end up in a coffin. You're gonna end up on the back of a milk carton, the back of a casino chip. Don't worry, some of you that are native will get that joke. It's like, don't worry about me. Just go look for the nearest Hello Kitty girl. That's where I'm hiding at. Climbing the ladder yet again.
All clear.
Of course, I might stream a different game Monday, a different racing game. Or I might stream Kingdom Hearts 2 because it's getting close to the summer, and I said I needed to get that done.
Still there. Clear low.
So yeah, I'll probably stream Kingdom Hearts 2 this upcoming summer, along with the first Bully. Of course, if this solves my pixelated problem, you know, just cut the noise suppression off, then hell, I'll do it. But I hope to have an updated modem, an upgraded modem sometime soon.
2 to go.
Excuse me. Calling me from Miami. Miami. What took you so long? I thought you'd never call. You know, I should do another karaoke stream. I'll probably do one this summer whenever, you know, 4th of July rolls around. It's like, yeah, it's going to be Rip Redcorn's 4th of July Great American Bash. And we're going to be playing all kinds of games that scream, America, fuck yeah. I just got to find them first.
Great job.
There it is. Look at that. That is what you call a finish and a half. That's what you call a finish. A big finish. Also set a new lap record. That's a heifer. I better stop singing that song. Now I'll probably get to jumping everything else off. Let's see if this actually jumps me right back of getting... Okay, I'm still in 12, but I gotta get back up to number 1. Even though I don't remember what the sponsor goal was at. I honestly don't. But this is where I will call it a night. So I'm going to go ahead and get my message typed out. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And I'll be seeing y'all around for the next stream, which will be Wednesday. That's if I can get FS25 to work. I've been having a little bit of issues with the steering. But, you know, it's whatever. If I can get the steering set for FS25, I'll stream it. But if not, I have a backup game in mind. And that will probably either be SnowRunner or Roadcraft. Hadn't picked one yet. I'll pick one and work with it. But, other than that, you know, please do shoot the like button with the grip skiddly if you enjoy it. And that's if you're watching back on the replay. Now then, do comment down below your favorite NASCAR driver from this period. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all around, and there's links in the description down below if you want to check out the music that is used. The music is by Outcasts. It's his music. You know, he does have a video on his channel if you want to grab it and put it in your, you know, your farm sim stuff. Because that's what it is, and I probably should get around to, you know, putting it in Farming Sim 25. But I am streaming Farming Sim 25 for Wednesday. I'll probably try to do some logging. So, other than that, thank you all for watching. All the lurkers and Ranger, who's like one of the only few mods that shows up. So, yeah, I'll be seeing y'all around. Now then, y'all have a great day and a ballin' weekend. Don't do anything stupid. And other than that, y'all take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I got to go hit up Slade because we got some stuff to do. So, thank you all for chiming in. Thank you all. Good night, good evening, wherever you are at in the world. And, you know, don't do stupid shit. So, other than that, thank you all for bearing with me for all the rants that took place during this playthrough. Or this racing series. So, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you and good night.
Tell me preacher, tell me lies. Your lips are moving, truth denies. Find your mask, your verse, your face. In the dark, your conscience waits. Politician with a smile.